I'm Claire Williams, Group Creative Director at OCEE Design, and we're delighted to host this event today. And I'd just like to welcome the ladies with me for a really great discussion. Okay, so perhaps we'll start by defining neurodiversity.
Yeah, I guess for me, it definitely feels like just thinking about it really simply, like how is our brain wired? And it's dependent on genes and temperament and personality, experience, trauma, culture. Sometimes I feel like we overcomplicate it a bit.
You know, if you think 10% of the population are dyslexic.
Yeah.
And there is still a stigma that if you have, you know, if there's grammar errors in your emails or your spelling or your vocabulary is not as good as somebody else's, that you're less intelligent.
People who have neurodivergent minds, they're actually the ones that think outside the box.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are progressive and inventing things and creating new ways of thinking and being. And lots of founders out there, like high levels of founders have ADHD diagnosis because they're the ones that are out there risk-taking, thinking about like what's next, like what's the next thing we've got to be moving towards. And I feel like more and more people are talking about neurodiversity with that like light, you know, shine the light on the positive and the strengths rather than putting it in that impairment disorder sort of like narrative.
You'll see some people that will just instantly click and go, I get it. Actually, my leadership needs to change because what she's saying, I'm not being very inclusive in the way that I'm doing things.
When you're anchoring in that middle, and everyone's individual middle is different. So as long as your company is flexible enough to encompass everyone's middle, you'll kind of get the balance right.
Exactly. Why do we look through the lens of what's normal? Because none of us, what is normal?
No,
and none of
we're
us
all
are
different.
normal.
No.
And I wouldn't want to be normal.
Because if we think again about all those people around the table,
Yeah.
you see someone that's really good at something and you know where that can fit in your business, like put them onto that because they're going to thrive there and ultimately that's going to help your business and the person feels good, the business feels good, the leader feels good, you know.
And the outcomes are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.